All right, we are here with Corsair Cove Demo. This game is coming out on July 31st of 2026. You can wishlist it now. The demo has fantastic reviews, over 90%. But we're gonna jump into story mode and give it a try and see what this game's all about.
The tides have changed. The age of pirates is nearing its grisly end. Crown rules supreme. Pirate hunters roam the seven seas.
All about
Hunters
pirates.
like Amara, that Spanish
Building your
hound.
cove, I believe.
Never thought I'd end up in her brig. She's a clever wench. I'll hand it to her.
All right.
She made only one mistake. She threw me in with a solid crew of pirates.
Let me move my cursor.
This might be worth a shot. Good thing I was able to hide this little beauty.
Alarm! The prisoners are free! Stop them! No pirate leaves this ship alive!
Swim for your lives, you sodden wretches! Look at us. Once mighty pirates.
Washed up.
Lost, half drowned, and nothing but the skin on our backs. But we're still breathing. And that, my friends, is more than enough. Because all it takes is the right crew in the right place to turn the tides of fate back in our favor.
All right. Well, there we have it. Look at how nice this looks.
Feast your eyes on this blighted rock, me mateys. It may be our home for the foreseeable future. Well then, let's start with the basics. We'll need shelter first of all.
All right.
Camp and a few tents should do for now. And if there's not enough room on the ground, well, why
Scoundrel
not build on the
Squire.
walls as
Score.
well?
All right, we need to build one pirate camp. You found a shipwreck full of construction resources and an abandoned construction site, a fitting place to build a pirate camp. Pirate camps are the central hubs of your island, and they're needed to make other building
We're not
functions.
the first to be stranded here. Perhaps we'll find gold in these scattered wrecks.
I combed through them with the crew already.
I don't know what this circle
Anything we
is.
could find, we've gathered at our beach.
Building starts in a construction site. This icon, this one here, means construction site doesn't have a connection to required construction resources. Connect the shipwreck to the construction site using a connector. Okay. Once the building is connected, it is under construction. You can speed up the process by changing the game speed. All right. Yeah, we don't need to open the codex. We'll keep learning. Right now, we're going to use a connector. Oh, what's that? Skull rock. Okay, possible loot. Are we just connecting it to, I guess, the shipwreck? Okay. So here's our connector. We can connect the pirate camp to the shipwreck using green connectors indicated. So there we go. There's our first connector. Control the game speed. So we're going to speed this up so it builds quickly. All right, is this done? There we go. Okay. You can see we got a nice little ladder.
At least we sent her to the depths for good.
It takes more than that to kill a captain. We haven't seen the last of her. Mark my words.
Nice little camp. Pirates going on. Oh, they got controls are different. Rotate is the right mouse button. and then to go up and down is when you push the wheel. So a little different some of the other games that I play, so gotta get used to that. Select the pirate camp. Okay, so we're gonna access the pirate camp, build 3 tents. If we look here, pirates need housing. Pirate camps provide only limited housing, so you'll need to build an additional building. Access your pirate camp to check out current housing. You can place your tents on cliff sides or on land with the left mouse button. All buildings must be connected to the pirate camp. Building with the fire icon, it looks like, are not connected to the pirate camp. Use connectors to fix that. Okay. So we click here, and now we can open the construction. There's tents, provide 2 housing. We have 0, and it costs 2 wood. We have 35 of that. So it's showing us, I think, where the path is going to be. So why don't we put this one here, and then maybe we can place another tent next to that. It's going to continually add paths, and then we can add one here, and then they're all building. So there's our 3 tents. We're waiting for them to finish. Seem to not take very long. Quest completed. Okay, small beginnings is done. New building is woodcutter.
Our meager salvage won't last forever. We need to make more planks.
More planks, more
We
planks.
have
Yep.
enough to build a ship. I say we leave as soon as that is done.
We'd be fools
Okay.
to let this chance slip us by. You'll see, Honorata. This is just the start.
All right, so build a woodcutter. Access the woodcutter. Let's see what it says. Shipwreck will run out of construction resources soon. Your island offers plenty of resources you need them for construction, shipbuilding, and maintaining your pirate's upkeep. You can check the overviews for more information. Construction resources are used for buildings and ships. To make these resources, you'll need to build a place to gather them. Open the construction menu, select the woodcutter. When you have the woodcutter selected, all fertile areas on your island are highlighted. Certain buildings need to be built on fertile areas so they produce resources. Place your woodcutter on a fertile area using left mouse button and connect it to the pirate camp. All hands on deck lets you increase production of the building by 50%. As a downside, it requires double the workforce and upkeep while active. Hardwood must be processed into planks before it can be used for construction resources. Build a sawmill connected to the woodcutter. This will complete your first production chain. Okay. Production buildings that process other resources can be built anywhere. All they need is a pirate camp and access to the required resources. Your production building needs 2 types of pirates. Fetchers, they fetch resources from other buildings, and hands, they handle production and consume upkeep resources. Okay, let's build our woodcutter. Right here we got materials. Woodcutter is going to take 2 green hands, also 2 food upkeep, and 8 out, but brings 8 output of wood. Where's our food? We have 28 drifters, 2 assigned pirates. We have 1 pirate camp. Yep, you can make more than 1, which is kind of neat. But it doesn't say our resources. We have 29 wood up top, so I guess that's all we have right now. I don't know what's going on with food. Okay, so we have our purple here. Ooh. I don't know if it would be best to... I don't know if we need to keep this close or if going up top is okay. Or maybe there's like a distance that they have to go back and forth. Let's see. Cycle through pirate camps. Info layer. Oh, look at that. Lots of stuff on here. Okay. So let's just put it here. We need to connect it. So we need our connection. Cliff path. Those are like roads for cliffs and slightly faster than bridges and ladders. Okay. So I guess we can put that here. Oh, these will go around. Okay. Does that use up wood? I don't think it uses up wood. All right, but then I believe, yeah, we should be able to put a connection here. Can we put a connection up top? Yeah. Okay. Look at that. That is pretty neat. Let's get that moving. All right. Select the woodcutter. All right. We are still there. Okay. Get connections gone. What is this? There's an issue with upkeep resources. All right. So I'm guessing they're going to show us how to do that. Select the woodcutter. All hands on deck. We know that. The pirates are currently working in the building. That's these guys. It's green hands, which have some upkeep to them. This shows the number of how many resources per minute. So we're getting 8 hardwood per minute, and produces resources that are stored here until picked up by fetchers. Drain is shown on the right. So in stock is 1. We can only hold 16. That's 2 minutes of resources. And then our breakdown per minute is 0. Demolish, start connecting. So you can click this to start connecting. That's kind of nice. Free up 2 drifters, can activate the building. Okay. So we have that. Now it wants us to build a sawmill. We read the production chain. So in here we have a sawmill. Cornerstone in the pirate industry. We have 0 of them. We need 2 green hands. Upkeep is 2 food. Construction cost is 10. Which we are down to 2. So it's going to take a minute to build this one. Input is 4 wood and output is 10 planks. Okay, let's keep this one close. Wow, you can put it on the side. That is neat. That is neat. Let's put it pretty close and hope that's not an issue. So they don't have a long distance to go between these two. But because of that, let's do something about the connection. Let's connect this to here. And put a path there. Yeah, okay, right there. Select the sawmill. Quest completed. Pirates assigned to the buildings are split into fetchers and hands. So we have 1 fetcher. He's going to carry the resources from building to building. And then we have 2 green hands, which are going to work on the resources. Connections 1, 3. So it looks like 3 of these buildings can connect to this. Production, insufficient resources right now. All right, so they should start working on that. We look like we are struggling with upkeep. Look how these guys are moving though. Look at them slide. Pretty neat. Slide, slide. Nice. All right, so build a warehouse. Let's do that. A stockpile, of course. Should we keep it down here? This is gonna be a warehouse for everything. I think we put it down there. Is it connected? It looks like it's connected. Okay, so
Good. Now let's empty our
we can
shipwreck
also...
and demolish it for more space.
There we go. Well, all right, so that's not connecting that well. It would be nice to switch these two. I don't know if that's possible. Demolish. Demolish. Okay, let's do this quickly. Right here. And this guy's coming up. Where did I have him? About right here. Let's see if I can get that close. There. All right, select the warehouse. You can assign fetchers. You can also choose the resources. Okay. So we're not going to choose resources right now because we don't have many. It's got hardwood and planks. That's what we're producing. So we'll just leave it at that. Empty shipwreck of all remains. So there's a bunch of people in the shipwreck. How do we do this? Assign fetchers. Okay, so stockpile resources. Build a warehouse. We did that. Connect to the pirate camp to a stockpile resource. Select the warehouse button and then click. Okay, so control Find a building where the resources you want to stockpile. Okay, there it is. So they're going to come in and grab all of the planks that are in there. There's one fetcher assigned. Once the shipwreck is empty, it only takes up space. Let's demolish it. Click the demolish button. While demolition mode, click any building or connection to demolish it. Important buildings like pirate camps or warehouses should warn you before demolishing them. Okay. So I wonder if our tents are going to be okay because they're connected here. All right, this is empty now. We can demolish. There we go.
The crew's uneasy. Something requires our attention.
You can check out your cohesion. Okay. Cohesion shows how well your pirate community sticks together. You can gain or lose cohesion in events and when you have to defend your island. If cohesion drops to 0, your community falls apart and you lose the game. Drifters and fetchers require housing. Hands also require additional upkeep such as stew to stay satisfied. We looked at that. Campfires can provide stew for no cost. Their production is slow, but it'll do for now. A galley can distribute food to all pirates within the area of the pirate camp. Make sure enough stew is delivered to the galley and your hands will stay satisfied. If upkeeps aren't met, satisfaction will drop until it reaches 0. This will trigger an outrage and you'll have to choose how to resolve the situation. Success will restore order, but failure will reduce cohesion and make the outrage worse. Okay, so they're uneasy right now. Resolve the crown's castaway issue. All right, we discovered 2 of Amara's soldiers hiding amongst our crew. They claim they were stranded here like us. We're about to slice their bellies open. Well, when they loudly renounce the crown and ask us to accept them as pirates, what should be done? We can let them live, but that brings down our cohesion from 75 down to 45. Or we can spill their guts. We lose 2 pirates, but we also bring down our cohesion by 20 to 55. Right now we are not hurting for pirates. So I think we're going to spill their guts. I don't think we need to make a decision later. I think we need to just get this done. Spill their guts, crown the castaways. I don't trust them anyway. The crown would have seen us dead. Now we will repay the favor. We execute the royal lackeys to cheers of many, though some wanted to give them the chance. That's probably why our cohesion went down. All right, completed. Here's our cohesion here. We're at 55 out of 100. Questions completed for Troubles Brewing.
Tough times call for hard choices. A good crew sticks together through thick and thin. Lose that cohesion, and everything will fall apart.
Well, I, for one, am starving. Is there nothing to eat on this uncivilized rock?
Where's that bloody pig? I'm in the mood for stew.
Well, they are working pretty hard, so let's build them a campfire. Let me put this down here. That is running. Pirates and upkeep. Yep, we know all that. All right. New building is the galley. Arguably the most important job on the island is keep everyone fed. Oh my goodness. So I think this is kind of neat. You can put these on the sides of the rock face, which is nice. So let's put that there. That does give 2 spots for them to come up. But let's connect it to up top because those are some of the people that need the upkeep. We can connect it right here. And the green hands up here in these 2 buildings are going to need that stew production. So we have our campfire. We're building our galley. This is taking a little bit longer. Pretty big building though. All right, pirates. This is an outrage. Pirates can take a lot, but the lack of food or proper shelter will push them to the toughest sailors to the brink of outrage. How do we address the anger? Tend to this at once. All right. So we have our outrage. We know this. We read that. Activate all hands on deck at least one campfire. So that's going to give an extra 50% production. Have rising satisfaction in all pirate camps for at least 120 seconds. So shut down building, demolish, start connection. There, all hands on deck. So this is going to extra 50% bonus, but it's gonna, their upkeep's going to be more. So we are gaining tons of food, 16 food per minute. 35 in stock, production is 24, consumption is 8. Trending. So once we get this up there, consumption is 8. We are producing 24. We're just trying to get enough that everybody's happy for right now. And then I think we can drop this down. So we are almost at our 120. Look how cool this game looks. All right, so we finished Outrage. Our swift action satisfies everyone. Well done. Let's grab ourselves a few drinks. I think we can turn off all hands on deck. That's going to give us 10 production, only 6 consumption, but 16 production. So we're plus 10.
Ah, yes. A treasury. Or perhaps a high-class brothel.
She means a tavern, you posh idiot.
I wonder if we can work ourselves around here. Or maybe use this rock face at some point. Okay, build moonshine still. While hands and fetchers work on the buildings, your ships are manned by crew. Crew have an upkeep such as booze, which is also used for hiring them onto your ships. Moonshine still can produce booze for no cost, like campfires. Their production is slow. Better ways to produce these resources will become available later. A tavern can distribute drinks to all pirates within the area of the pirate camp. Make sure enough booze is delivered to the tavern and your crew will stay satisfied. Remember to assign fetchers at the tavern to deliver booze. Using warehouses to stockpile upkeep resources is a great way to secure your upkeep. Okay. Can we get rid of him? Yep. Yeah. All right. So here's our moonshine still. What if we put this over here? We should be able to make a connection down here. Connector right off the side of this and up. All right, so that connects everything. There's our still. Let's fast forward. It's being made. Get the booze going. We have 10 assigned pirates. Or 12 assigned pirates and 16 drifters. All right, build the tavern like we just heard. Okay, so our warehouse is over here. Something in the way. How about that? So it does make a connection from here on up. And we have a connection down. Should we make a connection from here? I think we can do that. There we go. And then we can use this. Maybe we can come over here and do something. But for now, I think that's good enough. A nice little town. It'd be incredible to watch if you could actually put buildings on the sides of these rock faces like this. Pretty neat. Assign a fetcher. Yep, okay. Select the tavern. And then we want to select booze to assign fetcher. Oh, this one here. Then we're going to click there.
A place to wet me gills.
There we go. All right, we have another building coming in.
Things are coming together.
Yes.
All that's left is a pier, so we can build a ship.
All right.
Napoleon, We need a tavern keeping here.
Coming.
All right, so we're building the pier. It's time to build a pier so you can build, manage, and upgrade your first ship. Piers can only be placed in specific slots on the island. They also need to be within range of the pirate camp. Okay, so I'm guessing. Oh, okay. So we have to build it here. Okay, so we see that there's piers that can be built all around the place. We can't build it there, but it is close to being near our camp. We can build it there though, and we need to connect it to the pirate camp. Let's get a connector all the way up top. Okay. And then all the way down. Perfect. All right, let's let that run. We should be building. Okay, so they're bringing planks over. This is getting built, and it is completed. There's our pier. They're dancing with pigs. Look at that.
Like a little
That's
haven.
nuts, actually.
Did you miss me, pirate scum?
Amara.
Okay. So looks like a Mars ship is coming in, and send a ship here to play the event.
How the hell did she make it
Doesn't look
here?
like we can pause that right now. There she comes.
Her ship is barely holding together.
But she still has her cannons.
Oh, she still has her cannons. Okay. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do right now. Let's see if this what happens here.
Our haven's taking fire.
There we go. Okay, so we're taking
We
fire.
don't have a gun tower or better ship ready in
No,
time.
we don't.
Well,
You didn't tell me to build that.
Better duck for cover.
Okay. I don't know what that means. What do we do?
Everyone, to the tavern!
Okay.
You think you can build your nest on this
Here we
boat?
go.
Think you
Offer her a drink.
That blasted wench. Kill her now.
We have him! Back to the ship!
All right. Attacking the ship has bombarded our island. We lost many pirates and buildings. So we lost 2 pirates and lost 10 cohesion. So now we're gonna be down to 45 cohesion. We are moving down. Click on the marker to start the repairing. Okay, repair the 3 buildings. Repair cost is 1, and repair all buildings is gonna be 10 of our planks. So we're gonna run that because that has to be done. We'll speed everything up. What's up here? Storage is full. Input resource not available. Resource drained too high. Okay. There we go. So those are all done, but storage is full. So our warehouse, nope, our warehouse has
That
nothing in
rotten
it.
wench took our tavern keep.
Yep, we did this. Ships let you explore the 7 seas, view distant regions, and complete quests to build one. Access your pier and start your construction. Here we go.
How?
We don't
still don't
have a ship.
Then let's build one. It's about bloody time.
About bloody time. All right, a landlubber. Have 1 ship. We're gonna select the pier. Start construction. This is our landlubber, level 1. I think. Special. Some spitting ships are able to fulfill multiple roles. Sometimes they're just as bad as everything else. Okay, health is 20, supplies is 20, boarding damage is 2. This does not look like a very good ship. Can hold 15 people. Gun damage 2. It looks like there's a lot to be had in this game with making better ships. It requires 15 people. Strong ships are a higher cost. Yeah, you can see. Ooh, look at these big ships. Pretty neat. Looks like the stats don't go too high. That one's pretty big though. The yoke breaker. All right. Let's look at our landlubber. Yep, we're selecting. Costs 15 wood, 15 planks. We have 20. Let's build our ship. Under construction. All right, so they got to bring the planks over. Here they come. Up on their ass. And bringing the planks. That was our 15. Wow, that was quick. All right, so we have 9 drifters, 13 assigned pirates. Completed our ship. We need... Crew limit is 15.
Isn't she a beauty?
Replace, dismantle,
It's a floating turd.
open loot pile.
And who shall be the proud
We could
captain
upgrade
of
when we
this
get stone, rope, and
One of
coin.
us has to, I'm afraid.
Alright, assign a captain. There we are. Looks like Blackbeard. Easy as murder. Gain 1 roll next turn if you damage an opponent's health. The effect continues. Perks, hatred is power. Increase health by plus 20% and gun damage by 20%. That sounds pretty good actually. Supplies and speed. Gain plus 3 dice pool next turn. They have names? Oh, Scarlet. Okay. What do we have? Teach, Conja, Scarlet. Plus 1 dice pool for the rest of the objective. Increase 20% health and boarding damage by 20%. And then again, Brave Explorer. Maneuverability and speed. Gain supplies based on the dice outcome. Take 2 times damage to crew. I think we're gonna just run with Teach. Just start off with the beginning. First person. Let's go. Blackbeard. Alright, 2 minutes until he's boarded. Pause sawmill building. Okay. So let's do that. Pause sawmill building. How do we pause? Right here. Shut down building. Free up 3 drifters. You can activate the building again. Alright, so... hire at least 10 crew. So we are here. We have 12 people. Let's put 10 on the boat. Hire.
All shipshape and ready to go.
There we go.
Mara can't
Enter
afford
discovery
far.
point near your
Let's
island.
get
So we
our
can use
bearings.
M to show the map. Look at this. Wow. Huge map. Fog of War. Every region is covered in the Fog of War, which is dangerous for your ships visiting Discovery Point. Lifts the Fog of War and reveals all available events. If none of your ships are in the uncovered region, its Fog of War will slowly return. Alright, so here's our Discovery Point. Pirates, possible loot. And it takes 45 seconds to get there. We could get cohesion. Could have black powder, handle with care, and drifters. Pirates inhabiting the island. That would be pretty good because we have 5 extra spots open. We could probably bring them back and drop them off. Crew, cargo, ship. Easy's murder. 24 health. Supplies 20. Okay, so our gun damage is up. All right, so let's embark to this. Any ship with a captain and crew can travel to an event. You can select a ship by clicking on the captain's portrait above the ship or on the bottom left. So this one down here. Pressing the embark button will send the last selected ship to the event. Many events are struggles between a ship and an opponent. Opponents differ based on the event and may be another ship at port or sea beast, harsh weather conditions, or more. An event is completed when all objectives are achieved. This is pretty cool. This is kind of, I don't know, like a dice board game, a little bit better. Your ship has reached the 7 Seas event.
I'm waiting.
All right, so we're gonna enter this. This is our event. All right, let's see. Okay.
Underway.
Quest updated. Complete crown battle. So we're gonna enter. All right. This looks. An event has started. Finish the objective to win. Continue. Reduce enemies' health down to 0. Dice pool. Okay, so they have 11 health, 14 crew, but their attack is only 1. Looks like gun damage. Okay, dice pool, the number of dice you roll in an active turn. Health and crew, 0 drops to 0, you lose. Supplies, most choices cost supplies. If you run out, your options are limited. Then combat stats are determined by the effectiveness of your choices. Okay, again, over here, dice pool, they have a 1. Health and crew, some objectives require you to lower these to a certain threshold. Unlike you, your opponent does not lose automatically if it drops to 0. Then their combat stats determined by their choices. This opponent's choice for the current turn will be executed simultaneous with your own. Completely destroy player supply. Okay. These are available choices for the current objective. Each choice has a cost on your supply. Okay. So we can keep her steady or deal some damage to their health, or wasteful barrage. Deal 11 damage, lose all supplies, and gain treasure. Not available during tutorial, not available during tutorial. I don't know that this would be great anyway, because we would lose all supplies, which is I think kind of crazy. But it would destroy them. That's 11 health and that's all they have. We can gain 5 treasure. I guess we would turn around and go back. But right now we have deal 4 to 5 damage, which is gun damage plus the roll. Damage to opponents, health influenced by gun damage, and dice roll. So, okay, continue. Oh, some choices gain you treasure. If you win an event, all treasure will be rewarded as a bonus plunder. We can get up to 100 treasure, it looks like. Shoot is started, and crown battle started. Okay. Click along the highlighted choice. We got a 4 on our dice roll. Now you and your opponent roll all dice in your dice pools. The outcome will determine the effectiveness of your choice. We did -1 supply and -19 supplies. Your choices reduce your opponent's health while theirs has destroyed your supplies. Now a new turn begins. But we don't have supplies. I don't think we can do too much. Yeah, without supplies, you can no longer make battle choices. Switch to support choices and make a choice to resupply. Switch from battle to support. Okay. Neat. Opponent's health is -5. Teaches minus. Okay, so this is just letting you know what's happened. This choice grants you supplies and cost of your ship's health. So strip for parts, we can take 6 damage to our own ship, our own health, and gain 10 supply. But also our opponent's going to gain 2 dice pool next turn. Give +1 dice to the player next turn. Okay, let's do this. We got 1 on our dice. We lost 6 health and gained 10 supply. They're going to deal 2 to 7 damage to our health. We're going to use a wasteful barrage. We're back to battle. Wasteful barrage deals 6 damage, which is all of their damage. Lose all supplies and gain 5 treasure. Now this is a good time to lose all of our supplies, and we're going to gain our treasure. We went 5 and 5, 10.
Good job. To hell with the
And we defeated
fruit.
them. Very nice. We gained.
Time for a drink.
Used 19 supplies, didn't lose any crew. We lost 10 health though. We gained 3 cohesion, 10 coin, and then 1 supply, also 50 black powder, and we have 5 treasure. I don't know if that's all of this stuff or what. Send the ship back to the pier. So we can click this. Oh, right here. Okay. Return to pier. Right there.
Already?
37 seconds. All right. They're headed back.
Charming little backwater, this. I wondered if there's gold to be found here.
Who cares? We need to find that Spanish wench.
Her
All right,
ship,
show details.
Barbas Bay Port.
We
is
saw
close
this.
by.
Repair cost is 7
And she's
planks.
there.
Okay. Requires building sawmill. So here's an event. The debris of the recent fight reaches our island, carrying a handful of exhausted pirates with it. Their ship was attacked by a pirate hunter under the Spanish flag, Amara, no doubt. Take them in. We get 15 drifters. Okay.
These people need shelter too. Let's
Alright.
make sure we're providing.
A repair cost is 7 planks, but we also need to turn the sawmill back on. Repair the ship. Oh, where am I going? So let's reactivate the sawmill. All right, so we should be running this. We are losing 2 stew. Consumption is high.
Ready.
Upgrade tier. No. Repair ship. There we go. They should. Yep, they're bringing the wood. Now we're still gaining planks. Our booze upkeep is +2, so we're doing good there. We have our ship back to full health with still 10 crew on it. Complete Barbos Bay. Okay. Here's Barbos Bay. Difficulty 1. Looks like it comes with a decent amount of stuff. Like 80 coin, 50 gunpowder, and 13 cohesion.
We might just swim to Barbas Bay instead.
All right, they're moving. Minute and 30. What do we need to do over here? I wish this moved quicker. It's not really moving that quick. Our housing. Provide 2 housing. Do we have a stat here about housing? All right. We're just going to add a couple more tents. Make sure everybody has housing. All right. While we're doing that, what is camera mode? Free camera, anchor camera. Okay. Fresh drifters. Okay, sailors, scoundrels, crown deserters, people of all walks of life drift to our shores. Some would welcome them with open arms, other harbor suspicion towards the new arrivals. What shall we do? Okay. So to do this one, we would get 25 drifters, but we lose cohesion and we have to have 50 stew. We cannot do this one. We only have 48 stew. This one here, we take only the abled bodies. We get 10 drifters. We lose 20 stew and we lose some cohesion. We pluck their valuables. We don't like them, but we like their money. We get 100 coin and lose 5 cohesion. We send them away. All right. We're gonna need people, I'm sure, but right now we're not able to keep up with our stew, so maybe we don't take people on just yet, because if we take on 10 drifters, we're going to need more production for food. So maybe we just take their coin. We lose the least amount of cohesion. We take their meager belongings, then feed them to the sharks. A guilty conscience is easy lightened by heavy pockets. We are pirates, so I feel like this is a good choice. All right. We have reached Barbos Bay. Amira is keeping Rambulon, that's our main captain, locked up here. Let's bust him out. Recommended ship is a destroyer. Recommended stats is 2 and above. We do have 3, so let's enter.
So
We
you
don't have
followed
the
us.
destroyer.
No,
That's
Madam.
okay.
Are you here for your tavern keep?
Okay. Defend
Then
for the
you will have to
remaining
take our
3
fire.
turns. They're going to try and deal damage to our crew. They have 11 health and 14 crew, but they're only 1 gun damage. Gain 1 dice next turn. If you deal damage to your opponent, the effect continues. Take cover, safe distance, prevents 3 to 4 damage. So windfall, we gain 15 treasure. Sounds nice, but we're gonna try and prevent our damage coming in. Okay. We lost 2 crew and 1 supply. And then we're gonna prevent damage again. Says we're defending for remaining 2 turns. Again, we lost 2 health, 1 supply. And we're staying safe distance, defending for the remaining turn. We're losing crew though. Reduce enemies' health to 0. Alright, battle. Deal damage, prevent damage. Gain 1 dice pool. Lose crew. We don't want to lose any more crew. We're down to 6 crew. So let's do heavy fire. -4 health to them. Perfect. They're going to be bringing a heavy damage over here from 2 to 7. We're going to try and prevent that with... We can fall back on this one. We got 3 dice of 13. We lost 2 supplies there, but we didn't get any damage there. We're going to gain 1 dice to our pool though. Let's heavy fire again. Big shot. That was -12. That gives us our win. That is fantastic. We lost 5 health and we did lose 4 crew. So we lost crew pretty quick. Maybe we made the wrong decision over there to get rid of the last guys. We lost 9 supplies, but we gained 80 coin and 13 cohesion. Big cohesion gain on that one. And 50 black powder.
Enjoy your little victory while you can. This is far from over. Mark my words.
I was right to put my trust in you lot. Thanks for pulling me out.
Let's bring him back to the pier. All right, we broke our tavern keep out of prison. Our real first victory against the crown. Amira has promised swift revenge. Let her come.
Now let's make for home.
Okay.
Amara's flagship will be fixed up any moment now. No doubt she'll come for us then.
All right, send the ship back to the pier. We're working on that. They're on their way.
Why did the Spanish wench kidnap you anyway?
Perhaps she thinks this tavern keep
We have 20 planks. Let's use some planks.
You?
Community.
All you do is serve drinks and swap the counter.
We're at +2
got us all
consumption
here,
right now in
didn't I?
stew. I'm trying to think of what we can do. All right, we got another 50 gunpowder. We're at 215. Where do we find our gunpowder? Okay, we're hearing shouting from ashore. Familiar faces from Amir's ship are clinging to flotsam and driftwood. More survivors of our harrowing escape coming to join the crew. So fish them out. We're going to gain those 10 drifters. So we lost 4. We're going to gain 10. Not bad.
Our island has all we need to build
We're 24
defenses.
drifters and
Let's
19
get to it, and
assigned.
soon.
Okay. We got stonecutter and small. Okay. And we got our small gun tower, but to do that we need 50 stone. So we need to put up produce 1 stone block and build a gun tower. Okay, fortification. Let's read this. As you progress, the crown will inevitably send ships to attack you. They will target attack points around your island. You can select pirate camp to show all the relevant attack points. Building gun towers to defend the attack points will prevent crown ships from destroying your buildings. Gun towers need to be within range and line of sight of an attack point. An unprotected attack point is indicated by the shield icon. Gun towers are also inactive until they have enough ammunition in storage. Supply them with black powder so they can produce ammunition. So we're doing that. Once a gun tower is active in the attacked points turn green and become protected. All right, let's keep running with this. When a crown ship is en route to the attack, this point will appear and is destined attack point. Incoming attacks have different levels with different health. Your towers will deal damage to the ship's health first. If it does not sink the ship, it will return fire and destroy the tower. When the attack point is not defended, an attacking crown ship will start bombarding the island. Every building in the attacked pirate camp will enter crisis state. Buildings will shut down, pirates will die, and satisfaction will drop. Crisis state ends when the crown ship stops attacking or is destroyed by the gun towers. Okay. Stuck between rocks and a hard place. A stone cutter. All right, where can we? So here's some stone. We can place that there. And we need a stone cutter near. So we put him there. And then we need to connect it all. No, not demolish mode, connection. All right, we can connect it right here. Should be helpful. So everything's connected. Let's get it all built. Missing construction resources. Yeah. Okay. So they're running up, trying to build all of this. There we go. All right, with that, I think we're gonna add, where is it? A warehouse? I think that's smart. To add a warehouse over here. All right, they're moving, building.
Everything's ready. We can build our first gun tower.
So we're at 2 stone blocks. We're gaining 5 right now. So let's build our first gun tower. All right, here's an unprotected point. Too close to pier shot. So we can't put that there. What about another one? Oh, we can put them down on the beach. Okay. Let's do 2. We need to connect them. One there. And then this other connection can go right to the top of here. Gotta say, this game is put together really well. I love the building aspects on the sides of the mountains, on being able to connect everything to different areas and having multiple connections. Like this has got another 5 connections we can use, and we can bring one straight over here if we really needed to, which actually, since, oh, it's too long. Okay, so we can bring it here and then run cliff paths around and then connect again right here and bring that up. Hell yeah. Okay, that's fantastic. See that? That solves the whole problem. I mean, we're bringing stone down. We're gonna need stone down at the pier to upgrade our ships. All right, it is taking a while to bring this stone down. We're building tons of stone. We are not upkeeping our stew though. We have a ton of booze.
Let's get to it.
No, I didn't want to do that.
About bloody time.
Okay, so we can upgrade trade pier. Looking to see, because I know to upgrade the ship, need stone blocks and rope. We do not have the rope. All right. I'm going to fast forward here and we will see you when the gun towers are built. All right, our gun tower is about to be built. We did get an event. Ship with refuge arrived at our shores. They're in terrible shape, and Neptune only knows what exotic disease they may bring. What should we do? So we can put them in quarantine, but we need medicine for that. We have 0 medicine. We need 100 medicine. That would give us 35 drifters. We could welcome them all, but we're losing a ton of cohesion. And I don't think we have the resources at this point set up for 50 drifters. We can take only the healthy or send them away. So I'm thinking we're going to take only the healthy. We get 20 drifters and we lose 10 cohesion, which is not terrible. Battered refuge. Some believe we should have given everyone a safe harbor, but the majority agrees that we did the right thing by protecting our own. There's our outcome. With that, I also made a new campfire, and we're at plus 12 on our stew, which is fantastic. We should be finishing our first watchtower right now.
Do you think this
there it
measly
is.
tower is enough to hold off Amara?
Let's give it a chance, shall we?
All right, we need black. Yeah, supply it fully. We need black powder. What do we have to do here? Supply them with black powder so they can produce ammunition. Okay. I'm just gonna figure out where the black powder is stored. Choose the resource to make the connection. Let's see, we recovered black powder. Is it in this warehouse? It is not. What about this one? Is it here? We need more pirate camps. Okay, that is one thing. Satisfaction is down to 61. We need a lot more pirate camps. We will get to that. Building list. Demolish mode. Where is our black powder? Codex. I don't see any black powder up here. And when I click on this, what am I missing? Block auto connections. I know we have 100. Issue with housing. We don't get. Oh, you know what?
About bloody time.
Open loot pile. There it is. How do we get to this? Okay, I think it already knows it's doing it. Okay, it is. They're bringing it up. Okay. Fully supplied. There's somebody coming down to the pier and bringing it back up. With that, we are going to build some more tents. Yep. Not enough space. Just gonna line them up where we can. Not enough space. What if we start putting some people over here? There. Okay. We're going to use that rock for all the housing. And that's going to take up a ton of our planks. But they're going to keep bringing them in. We're still working on this watchtower over here. Fully supply it. $10 is the max capacity. But we're using it up as soon as they bring it up. We're making our ammunition. Okay. Let's see. Housing still 6. Okay. We need 3 more tents. Let's get this one here. This one here.
Work. Next time Amara strikes, we'll be ready.
We'll put an extra one over there for any more that comes out. Okay. Being attacked. We read this. Let's see what happens. We do have another
Pirates.
tower, but it is not coming quick. We got 50 seconds. It's moving fast. Here she comes. Let's see what our gun tower can do. Attack point targeted by the crown ship. Here's a crown ship coming in inbound, but it is protected. They're shooting at us. Are we shooting back? Oh, we are shooting back. There it is. All right. Ship destroyed. The island is protected. Job well done. Let's celebrate. We get our 5 cohesion. Fantastic. All right, we're down on stew upkeep though. Huh. We're doing good on housing. Let's check. Satisfaction is 35%, but it's going up. Our problem is the stew upkeep.
I believe she escaped.
We do have some extra people, so let's get another campfire.
I told you, it takes more than
Right
that
above the other
to
one.
kill a captain.
We'll be ready next time. Let's expand, build defenses, show her what this crew can do.
Hell yeah. New buildings. Okay. Powder mill, so should be able to make our own. Charcoal
With
burner.
every camp we build, more of our island's bounties come within our grasp.
All right, so we have our other gun tower. We need to build a second pirate camp, expanding your haven. You will soon need resources that lie outside the range of your first pirate camp. Building more pirate camps will let you expand your haven and your range. Make sure you have the means to supply the expansion, or you'll quickly face outrage. Okay. So let's check it out. Community pirate camp costs 30 plank. So that's where we can do up here. It looks like we need beach to build a pirate camp. And all these icons are telling us what we can get where. This is a cool little waterfall. It'd be pretty neat to work up the waterfall. And inside that cove. But this looks like it would be easy to defend it. So maybe we'll run with this. Move that over there and we'll be able to use all these rock faces. Okay. So it looks like we have to connect this to our other camp. Right? All right. So let's get a connection going from here to this rock and then over to that rock. And then we'll put a connection around the rock face. Oh, nice. Nice. If you just go to the other side, that's nice. And then we can connect too long. So we're going to have to put it here. That looks good though. And then connect here. And that should give us our connection all the way across to build our next pirate camp. Which the people with the planks be moving, so it shouldn't take very long. Looks like stew. We're doing good with stew. Satisfaction's at 49%, but it's going down. Upkeep issue. We're +8. We're at 130 stew. I don't think there's an upkeep issue. But maybe, I don't know. Maybe that needs to be fixed. Maybe it just didn't register because now our satisfaction's going up. Yep. Yeah, we're at 55. Plus 55. This person's coming back for some more planks. We need 9 more. Inactive gun tower. Not ready? Oh, we need black powder. I think we're out of black powder. Yeah. Okay. If we hit this, we'll be able to see lead ore. I don't know if maybe we can't make black powder over here. I don't know what we'll need. Fiber. Guano. That's poop. All right, so looking at this, we need hardwood, woodcutter, hardwood, charcoal burner. We don't have any of those. And that would make our charcoal. We need stone to go into the burner because that's...
Finally, back at me tavern again. Now, I had something to say before we were so rudely interrupted.
Okay.
Let's all come together and set a course for our future.